you know that I'm also recording us like right now with my Ustream. So, but because I like to have a little bit of cutaway footage.
Terry look great. She looks amazing. I just found out her real age. I was shocked. She looks fantastic for a woman in her 60s. She's amazing.
No, I'm not in my 60s yet.
How old are you?
I actually was born in 1962, so I am 51 currently.
51. Oh, you look terrible.
Oh well, see.
I'm kidding. No joke.
Oh, now I just said that on my Ustream. That's great.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Actually, my birthday, I'm born on the 4th of July, actually.
Are you really?
Yeah, isn't that ironic?
Incredible. I wish I was too.
So,
Okay.
yeah, we should be now when.
You're gonna send me a copy of the show, right?
Absolutely, and it'll be up on YouTube by this weekend.
Oh, okay.
So I'll
Like Saturday afternoon.
usually.
If you want to find it, just go to my website and I put a link to it. The moment it's up, I have a link to it on my website. Oh, and you got to check out my new video. I talk a lot about you in the first 5 minutes, so you don't have to watch the whole thing. I talked about you, Terry.
Oh well, because I don't want to really watch anything that isn't about me, right?
Well, the first 5 minutes I talk about.
I'm kidding.
It's a great video.
Website. What is your website? Do I know it?
Well, you'll know it. It's
Okay.
DinoDev32.com.
Got it.
All right, I want to let you know that I'm listening to the show on the other side, and when it finishes and I hear the music going, I will add Studio A to the call, and once we're connected by then, we will be pretty much live, even though we're not. I mean, any sounds that we make will be heard. So, I always recommend to put your mute on, your mute while we are doing that.
Okay.
So, or whatever. I mean, just
Gil, how you doing? You see the type? Did you see the chat type? Are you open to that? Are you open to chat type?
Where?
On your Skype. We always talk kind of behind the scenes on the chat type. You can click on a little icon that says chat.
It says who?
Well, it's a little circle. It's a little thing that looks like I don't know how to describe it. It's like a rounded square, and it has
a yellow button in there.
It's a white button. It looks like kind of a TV set, and you click on that, and then you get into our chat.
It says show contacts.
No.
It's like this. If you go right over to the far left, you see like a little blue bubble, and that blue bubble is actually is the chat.
I have it says screen options for this call.
It's like when you go down the far bar down there, like where you see like the where their microphone is, and then you see the little plus sign. Go to the far left. There's this little blue spot with a little like chat thing on there. Just click onto that, and that'll open up the window for you to communicate by chat. Yeah, you got. See where it says like the little, like there's a little there's the wow. There's the
gun freedom without guns on the show.
This is my pistol and this is my gun. This is for what? This
is my rifle. This is my gun. This is for fighting. This is for fun. My rifle is my best friend. It is my life. I must master it as I must master my life.
But what happens now? I don't see that.
The little chat icon.
It's okay, you'll find it. It's just in the bottom one of those things.
It's like on that, like right, like okay, like right.
I have mute your microphone.
Okay, yeah, like okay. See where the microphone is?
Add participants, send files, and more.
Okay, no, okay. Go to the left. Look to the left. Then there's the
Turn on video.
It says show I am. That's what it says. Show I am. Show
it's a yellow dot. Okay, click on that.
Yeah.
Mine's blue. I don't know. I mean, I don't. That's funny.
You blondes are always different.
You see the little, see I put my website on it, and I said see it? You see that?
Oh. I just say, I see Terry, Joyce, add Guild 1. Guild Talk 1. I don't see any website. It says group call. Now there's a blue dot there. Now that's hide.
That's the blue dot.
3 messages.
Yeah.
Okay, now I see your website. Okay.
Okay, so we are going. I'm going to connect us now to the studio.
So everything's on the air now.
Shit, I'm having difficulty. Hold on. There we go. Oh shit. Oh no, I'm calling Sean David Morton by accident. Hold on. Okay.
Sean seems like a nice guy.
Oh, the sun is moving in on me.
Like 98 here today in LA, man. Where you go?
I'm not connecting right now. I don't know what's going on.
Pacific Palisades. Studio A, Revolution.
Yeah, I'm still trying to connect to the studio.
Try to stop it and restart it. That's the best thing to do.
Where are you sitting, Dina?
I'm over in Simi Valley, kind of east of you. East,
Yep.
east north.
East and north.
Yeah, up here it's nice, 98, happy. I'm sure we'll connect, don't worry. It's gonna be alright. We'll connect in a minute.
Okay. I don't know why it's not connecting.
Keep trying, shut it off and send it again.
No.
You want to kill all of us and just try to...
No, I don't. I don't think that's the issue. I don't know what's going on here.
It'll come in a minute.
Shh. Shh.
Someone else is. Join me, Ivy West, for Voices on the Wind, Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern in Studio A. I discuss government, health, metaphysics, suppressed science, universal mysteries, little-known incredible facts, alternative energies, and even more than you can imagine. Won't you join us on Revolution Radio Saturdays from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern for Voices on the Wind with me, Ivy West. Because if your head's in the sand, your tail is a target.
Enjoy your extra big-ass fries.
You didn't give me no fries. I got an empty box.
Would you like another extra big-ass fries?
I said I didn't get any.
Thank you. Your account has been charged. Your balance is 0. Please
What?
come back when you can afford to
Oh,
make
no,
a purchase.
no.
I'm sorry you had
Come
trouble.
on. My kids are starving.
Thank you for tuning in to Revolution Radio. Here at Revolution Radio, we believe in freedom of ideas, freedom of speech, but above all, we believe in freedom of existence through self-reliance. This station is 100% listener supported and has a fundraising promotion website, all on the DVD. So when you're growing all that food, you know how to can it, store it, preserve it, etc. with all these documents. So thank you for tuning in to Revolution Radio at freedomslips.com. I hope that you will pick up this package and start learning to be free. Revolution Radio, freedomslips.com, where information never sleeps and freedom is one seed that needs to be planted.
What are we doing live? It goes in the television.
Re-verifying my links to target.
This incredible race of humans does have a future, and it is in the stars.
I want the truth.
We are going out there to reclaim our rightful place.
Hi, this is Robert Pepino, host of the Whole Agenda Radio Show.
Who's your connection?
Starting this Friday at midnight Eastern Time, I'll set the airwaves on fire by bringing you hard-hitting guests who are not afraid to speak the truth.
I'm gonna make them an offer again.
So join the Whole Agenda Radio Show on Friday nights right here on Revolution Radio.
I grew up in America. I grew up in a land where phrases like, I have a dream, meant something. I grew up where I believed that freedom existed, that that's what I was fighting for, that our founding fathers made America the land of the free and the land of the brave. This is America, damn it, and I'm taking it back.
And now your host, Terry Joyce.
Welcome to the Freedom of Joyce show, and thank you so much for being here today. I am in the chat line, so we will be taking, if you have any questions during the show, please do put them in the chat line as well. And of course, our call-in line will be open to call in the second hour. We have a really exciting show today, and I'm really thrilled to get it out there right now. I've been following the Bundy Ranch situation, and of course, all of you who are part of Revolution Radio, you do know that we are doing a fundraiser to help support those that are out there, because it is becoming summertime now. It's becoming very, very hot, and they need water and ice and food and tents and a way to stay out there and make a stand and keep this land which they are entitled to. And so a couple things going on. One is that please do make a donation here at Revolution Radio, and Nighthawk is giving away some really great knives as part of an incentive to it as well. And we actually might be getting some of the people from Bundy Ranch here calling in today and giving us an update of what is going on out there. Patricia Eichen may be calling in the second hour, as well as some of the other people out there, and we'll get a report of what is going on. So keep with us on that as well. And I just want to give a shout out to everybody out here listening, as well as thank Nighthawk too for being a network that is supporting our freedoms, and knowing that whoever listens to the station, that you're getting information that you normally wouldn't get on mainstream media. What's really funny is I was talking to my mom, and I said, I mentioned, the Nighthawk, and my mom's like, doesn't any of your friends have, like, the people that have, like, real names? There's, like, Nighthawk and Roland Day Doobie and Casper Leach, It's just like, your name is, like, the most normal one that's out there, and your name isn't even really real. And I just kind of think that's funny, and I'm like, well, you know what? We're probably want to make sure that we don't end up on the no-fly list, so we have all these pseudo-personas going on out there. My guest today, I'm very excited to bring on the show as well. He's been a friend of mine. I actually met him back in, I believe it may have been 2010. I'm thinking there was an election going on in Los Angeles. We actually did have on the ballot an initiative that would have legalized marijuana for recreational use. And had it passed at that time, we would again have been the first state. We would have been the first state to legalize medical marijuana, and we also would have been the first state to actually like legalize recreational marijuana. But that didn't happen. And again, that's another thing to explore in another show. But at the time, I was doing I was a moderator for a discussion series at the Actors Gang Theater about marijuana. And there was a newscaster named Bree Walker who was on the panel, and Gil was friends with Bree, who, by the way, I think is just really enjoyed her, and I thought that she had some really great things to say on the panel. But what was interesting, and this is why I want to bring it up, and looking back at this experience, I have a different take on what may have been going on. There was a woman that was on the panel because, whenever you have a discussion, it's really good to have, the opposition. Like, it's not so interesting to hear a bunch of people just be pro one thing and, we all high five each other and go, yeah, legalize it. It's always good to have a different kind of discussion. And you know what? Somebody is like actually trying to call me right now, and I'm going to answer it just to make sure that I'm not missing something from Bundy Ranch. Hello, who do we have? This is Freedom of Joy show. Who am I speaking to?
Oh, this is Hugh. I'm trying to join in a Skype or anywhere. How do I do that?
Oh, you want to come on this? Are you wanting to call into this specific show?
Yes, the John F. Kennedy.
Oh, you know what? I think you have the wrong show. But that, don't worry. This is I'm Terry Joyce. This is Freedom of Joyce. I'm not really sure how to do that. Which show that you're looking for, but if you want to, you can. Probably someone in the chat line can help you.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
Thank you very much. God bless.
Oh, God bless. Okay, that was interesting. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that. But anyway, this is live radio. Anything can happen. So anyway, let me get back to the discussion. Where were we? All right, I was talking about being in this series, and there was a woman on the panel, and I researched her later on. She was actually an ex-Heidi Fleiss hooker who, she was very blonde and, had a little ponytail, and she sat very prim and proper, and she wrote a book about being, a hooker for Heidi Fleiss, and also she was now a spokesperson for anti-marijuana, and, she really actually somewhat disrupted the series. Like, she, like, right in the middle of it, she just pull out her cell phone and start talking, and like, what is this, and just claiming like, well, marijuana was a gateway drug, and it caused me to like do other drugs, and then I became a hooker for Heidi Fleiss, and blah 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 blah. And she had a connection with a politician who, right now for some reason I can't really remember his name, but he was well known for being busted for smoking crack. And she like was able to like at the last minute bring him on the show, and was communicating with him by cell phone because he was late. And then I grabbed the cell phone and said, I hope you're driving hands free because you can get a ticket for that. And then he came on the show, and they were really kind of, I see as being sort of disrupted. And then we kind of got into it on the panel because, she was touting about, Harry Anslinger. I don't know. We got into it on a discussion. And apparently being the moderator, I'm not supposed to have an opinion, but it was my first job, so as doing it. And so I had this write-up in the paper, like I kind of got slammed in the Los Angeles Times a little bit about how I was kind of inappropriate in being a moderator. And you know what? You live and learn. I mean, it's not really that. I mean, it's in the past and it's an experience. But looking back, I understand a lot more of what that might have been about. And here's my theory on who she is. They use this woman on Marijuana Inc. They use her on all kinds of documentaries. and I look at the TV and I go, what is she doing there? Because I feel that it's a setup. I suspect that she is probably an MK Ultra mind control person that that's why she's a Heidi Fleiss hooker, and now she's their poster girl for anti-marijuana, and it's just like, well, we're going to take you out of here, and you're going to put in here, and we're going to like have you speak in all these different political platforms. As a matter of fact, I even saw, it just so happened that I went to a demonstration for the Democratic Party down in Venice Beach during that time, and representing the marijuana initiative, and that was the discussion series there too as well, and she was on that panel as well, so she was kind of being what would you say, farmed out to all these different places as being the person who fell down to bad times for smoking cannabis. And really, I don't think that's the story. And so I'm just sharing that today, and that's how I met our guest. Now, our guest is a filmmaker, and he has some, we're going to have a discussion today about the JFK assassination. Which when it comes up, he had some interviews that have never been seen before, and I'm thinking he has some extra information that we might be able to put the puzzle together about what's going on, or what happened with his assassination. And so we're going to explore that a little bit, as well as other parts of his body of work. And the reason why I feel, and I think as an American, or as somebody who, I don't think we lost our innocence when JFK was assassinated, and I feel that maybe on some level we've experienced a level of post-traumatic stress disorder. In some ways, it's like I don't feel that we were ever the same after that, and there were things that don't really particularly make sense. Now, I actually, believe it or not, was alive during JFK's assassination. I don't really like to normally admit that to people, but I was alive. I was actually a baby at the time, and I do remember. I have a collective memory of watching my mother. I was in her lap, and she was crying in front of the television, and I know that she was watching it. It had happened, and it's interesting that I can remember it. It's somewhere inside of myself. I feel emotionally, or I feel connected to what has happened. Now, there's many generations later on that didn't see it or didn't live it in any capacity, and I don't know how exactly they feel about it. There's always, maybe it just seems like maybe it's just the story, that's a conspiracy thing that ends up on True TV or the History Channel, or however. But when you start to really look at what may have happened, we do understand that Kennedy was wanting to have a silver-based economy, and obviously it looks like perhaps the Federal Reserve didn't really care for that. And this is like pretty much common knowledge and connections of what may have taken place. There's also the possibility that, and I've heard this and I've researched this as well, that Kennedy may have known that there were ETs, that there was extraterrestrial life, and as well as Marilyn Monroe, and that maybe she had been, it was also said that perhaps she was going to say that we're not alone on this planet. I heard that, and maybe that's why she was taking out. We lost Bobby Kennedy, we lost Marilyn Monroe, we lost JFK, and we know that they were somewhat connected to one another. I actually went to there was a Marilyn Monroe exhibit that happened in Long Beach, and I went to the opening of that, and Hugh Hefner was there, and they were celebrating the 50th edition of Playboy magazine there, and Hugh Hefner spoke to the crowd, and also their main article was that he really believes that Marilyn Monroe was murdered, and that she had no intention to